Good morning and welcome. It is Sunday the 17th of July. I am Flatcap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, coming up today, we've got a half stake day. So it's two bets technically. So two bets, half stake day, £10. Before we get to that, we'll do the review of yesterday and then we will have a quick mention on the golf, which a bit gutted about the golf to be honest, but it is what it is. All right, yesterday we had 20 on and I got it as 49.45 back, but I would imagine quite a few will have a higher return than that. So there's a couple of ways of looking at yesterday. You can either go, brilliant, we made a really nice profit and the channel's almost even for the week. Some of you might even be a bit better than that. Based on where you put the bookmakers on, and you just go, well, that was good because a lot went right yesterday. But also from the way I configured the bets, the selections were solid. The way I configured the bets, I'm frustrated about. So you just got to take it sometimes on the chin. It's part of the game. Is you can get the selections right, but then if you don't put them in the right combinations and there's a few bits that I chopped and changed, and we made a profit. That's the important thing. But I'm left with a little bit of frustration. So what do we have? Bet one. This was absolute garbage, wasn't it? So the first one went in and won, and then the next three didn't. I mean, that fell out the stalls pretty much. But the short price bet was a write-off. When Moon, right? So this bet two backed into 100 to 30 and went in, and it was a right tussle at the end, but it went and won. So if you had that early morning price, that was decent. Lord Dudley snagged sixth. So for a few bookies, that was good enough then to get the each way treble because history was disappointing and Motorajal won. So I did say yesterday on the video we could have two winners on here and walk away with nothing. So for some of you, you should have got an each way treble. But there was two winners on that bet, it's frustrating. But the challenge is I was trying to fit it in all into £20, and I felt like it was the best from a value perspective. I'd done it the best way for £20 yesterday. There we go. Then cross doubles. So for a few, including Sky. It was both placed. So Lord Dudley was sixth, Goodnight Girl was fifth, and then Motorajal was first and Global Spirit was second. So for some bookies, you would have got 4 times place each way doubles there. For those of you that didn't do it with Sky, you would have got the SP on Goodnight Girl, which was 33 to 1 because it drifted back up to the price it was the night before. So if that was the case, Goodnight Girl with 2 doubles were there. That was actually worth more than 18 to 1 and 15 to 2. So if you didn't do it with Sky, you actually and got the 33s on Goodnight Girl and therefore the 12s on Motorajal, you would have had a much better return on the cross doubles. So non-Sky users have got a better return on that one. And I guess there's a question about, I'm just going to flag that as well, there's a question on there. I hardly do forecasts on the channel and I don't do that many off the channel, and there's certain circumstances where you can give it a go, and those came first and second, and I guess there's a question, should I have done that as a forecast? What I would say is I was trying to condense the channel selections into £20 stake. If I was to do a forecast, it would be that race, not that race, purely because the amount of runners and the value in the prices there, that would have been worth the forecast. The forecast paid £99 on that race. So I know some people are anti-forecasts. That was worth a forecast. But yeah, I didn't do it on the channel, did I? So there we go. But nice to get first and second in a race. And then bet 4, Goodnight Girls. That was fifth. 33s was the SP, and I tipped it up the night before at 33s. But I put the channel bets, unfortunately, it was only down to 18s. But anyone other than Sky would have got the 33s on that. Regal Mirage was a non-runner. Then Global Spirit was snagged by the other one. So yes, that bet could have been different had I put the other one in that won. And then Extensio won well, backed into 6 to 1. So for this bet on the channel, it was a win and 2 places and a non-runner. So it was a nice return on that one. And then you got the additional double. It was only worth a couple of quid, but Regal Mirage was a non-runner, and then that was with that. So that was that one. And then Bet5, we didn't get much back, but it doesn't really tell the story. Ingleby Hollow, it did fell near the end, but it is one of those horses that comes from the back, so you never quite know whether it could have snagged a place. Well Educated was placed, and the next two were one out the placings. So it was only a place single return on that, which was disappointing, but it could have been a bit better. So as I said, 20 on, 49, 45 back. So as far as horses go, for the channel stats, I'm down £5 for this week, going into today. Today's £10 bet. Some of you may well be up depending on how you configured that. All right. So what have I got? So this is the plan for today, and I'll talk you through it. So those of you who read the review last night, I put up 4 as my main lucky 15 on there, and one of them I would say I'm not happy with the price this morning in terms of value. But because I put it up in the comments, I don't want to chop and change and mix it about. So I've left the lucky 15 as is. And then people have got choices. So this is what I've done for the channel bets. So I've added one in this morning, the 240 Redcar. That price is good now. So I had a look at that race last night and wasn't happy with it for the lucky 15. And then this morning I've gone back through it, and Tarantino is definitely the right horse for me to be on there. So for the channel bets, I've done it as a single, 75p each way single on Tarantino. And then I've done the lucky 15, 332 Tipperary, Évêque Espoir 20s. That's prices held. I do think that's an overpriced horse that's got definite chances of making the frame. It can run well, it can run badly, but 20s is too big. 425 Redcar, that's the one that's come in too much for me. So Clotherholm, 11-2 last night. I like that price. 3-1 is what I would say is the fair price. I would say that horse should be 3-1 favourite for that race. So it's now fair. So what I'm saying is there's no value in it. It's not minus value, but there's no value. So I'm leaving it in because I put it on the review last night. But that's gone from 11-2 to 3-1, and that would be enough for me to say it's not worth necessarily doing it. So if I was doing the bet this morning, I would put Tarantino in that lucky 15 and leave Clotherholm out. Some of you may well go, well, and this has happened before, go, well, maybe you should have done a lucky 31. I wanted to prioritise the stake more on some of the other bigger prices, so that's why I've not done a lucky 31. I have had a time. I do remember distinctly one Sunday where there was 5 horses and did one separate and 4 like that, and then they all one and 4 placed. So it would have been good for lucky 31, but that's not how I've done it. So so for some of you, and Clotherholm's the one where not everybody's going to get the same place terms, because not all bookies are 4 places on Clotherholm. So I would say you could decide to leave that out and put Tarantino in and do your lucky 15 like that this morning. Then we've got 5 o'clock the Curragh, Maggie Thunder. It's 14s last night, 16s now. It's a great price. I think that's really overpriced in the market. It's a competitive race, but that horse is definitely well in from a handicap point of view, I think. So we'll see. And then 5-16 Tipperary Pat's pick 9-1. I'd have that. I would honestly have that as kind of about 4-1 in that race. So I still think it's value. Last night it was about 14s, I think it was. 9-1 still value. So on known chase form, that's got potential to be a decent winner of that race. But there's a lot of unexposed horses over chase, so you never quite know. So the way I've done it is 25p each way, lucky 15. Then I've got an additional single 25p each way on Maggie Thunder, and an additional double on Pat's pick and Évêque Espoir. That is it. So the options are there for you to do what you want to do. If you stick it in completely religiously to the channel, that's how I'm done the channel bets today. What I'm saying to you is if you're not getting 4th place on that one, from a value perspective, you've got more value in putting Tarantino in the lucky 15. But there we go. That is it. All right. Any questions, shove it in the comments, and hopefully I haven't made people with giving too much indecision there. As far as the golf goes, I'm so disappointed. It is one of those things where it's one of the best tournaments of the year, and the best players are at the top of the leaderboard. And I didn't pick the best players in terms of world rankings because the prices were short. So the only one we've got in the mix is our short price one, which is Tommy Fleetwood. very unlikely winner, but chance of a place to get a few quid back. But that really does look like the only chance at the moment. So there isn't anybody else really up there. So the only one that's sort of not in really kind of elite plays is Cameron Young. And outside of him, the Siwoo Kim may be the closest. So yeah, there wasn't at the moment obvious value to be found because the best players have come to the top, and you really want to try and get a couple of overperformers from lower down the rankings, and it hasn't happened this year. So that is that. As far as tomorrow goes, I don't know if I'm going to do a video based on what's left of the race meetings, because we've got Ayr, Cartmel and Ballinrobe. So what I will do around tomorrow's video, I will put a message. I will change temporarily the subject heading of today's video this evening to if I'm not going to do a video. So if I'm going to do a video, I won't change anything, and then you'll just see me in the morning and I'll do a video. If I'm not going to do a video, I will change the subject heading temporarily of today's video tonight to tell you I'm not doing a video. Hopefully that's clear. Same will apply for Tuesday too, but then definitely I'll be doing a video Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday is a question mark. Wednesday will be definitely a video. All right, that's it for today. Thanks very much. Enjoy your Sunday. Keep out of the heat. Particularly for those of you like me who are in the southeast of England, it's going to be a right hot few days. So whatever you're doing, stay cool and don't be like me and be on the school run Monday and Tuesday, because that's going to be hateful. But there we go. All right, thanks very much. Cheerio. Bye bye.